Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Core Premier Series. We are here for round 11 at Circuit Zolder here tonight in the Pro Mazda cars, and it's going to be an exciting race here. High downforce, high horsepower cars here, very tough to handle, especially around a tough track here tonight that, believe it or not, has 3 chicanes here. So a lot of passing opportunities hopeful here tonight, and it should be an exciting race. We have, it looks like, 16 drivers here in the field tonight. They are just now wrapping up their qualifying session here. Nick Nickerson currently on top in qualifying, with Mason Smith there in second, Carl Handwerk in third, Adam Jones in fourth, and Chris Hamilton make up your top 5 currently in qualifying. They are just now wrapping up their final laps here, and we should get grid up for our 60-minute feature race here this evening. Real quick, while we wait for them to finish qualifying, let's check out the point standings as we head into round 11 here tonight. Carl Handwerk is currently on top in the points, sitting there in first with a pretty healthy lead over second place Kevin Foster there. As you can see, 396 points with 1 win there. Carl Handwerk at the top. Mason Smith in third with 3 wins this season. Mason has done a great job. He's missed a couple races, but with that amount of wins, we can expect him to come on strong here through the second half of the season. Chris Hamilton in fourth, Adam Jones in fifth. That rounds out your top 5 in the points. Now let's switch on back here as the drivers do get
good luck, guys.
up here.
1 hour endurance race. These cars break really, really easily, so give each other.
Do apologize about that. We were getting the race radio chatter there, so we've turned that off for you here tonight. But the drivers are now getting grid up here. It will be a rolling start, so not a standing start like we typically see here in the open wheel cars on road courses. So we will do a rolling start. Let's jump right into the starting grid for this evening. Starting on pole is going to be Nick Nickerson there in second, Mason Smith in third. We have Carl Handwerk in fourth, Adam Jones, Christopher Hamilton in fifth, Jimmy Covert in sixth. Starting seventh, we have Kevin Foster. Starting eighth, Paul Butler. In ninth, we have Thaddeus Marshall. In 10th, Dane Simpson. Starting 11th, John Nobinger. And starting 12th, we have Tim Thompson. Starting in 13th, we have Dave Lohr. In 14th, Brandon Metler. In 15th, John Crane. Starting 16th, we have Jeremy Lyon Watkins. And then finally there in 17th, we have Mark Gonzalez. And that'll do it for your starting order here tonight. Round 11, Pro Mazdas at Circuit Zolder. No surprise here, the top 2 up front, Nick Nickerson and Mason Smith, they are experienced at the road courses. We see them perform well. Actually, they are teammates in the Monday Night GT3 series here in the Core Racing League. So no surprise there to see them with strong qualifying up front. Carl Handwerk there as well in third, with Adam Jones, another strong competitor there in the GT3 series, in fourth, and Christopher Hamilton there in fifth. And I believe that is not surprising at all. We see those drivers fighting every week in the GT3 series, running up front with multiple wins to their names. And here at a road course here tonight in the Premier Series, we should expect them to finish out strong. But I do have to say, watching them practice, it is going to be a challenging race here. There's a couple turns on the track that a lot of the fast drivers and more experienced drivers in the road courses were really struggling with, and that is going to be that second chicane here tonight. It has some bumps through it, so turn 7 is the one we are talking about. And these Pro Mazda cars do not handle the bumps very well. You basically cannot take any curb through this section of the track that I'm referring to, and it is very unpredictable in how the car will react to it. We saw Nick Nickerson especially. He was quickest in practice. However, he really struggled with that turn, making a lot of mistakes. We saw a lot of drivers making mistakes through that section of the track. So with a 60-minute timed race here this evening. It's a long race. We should expect them to hopefully take it very cautiously through that section of the track. We don't want to see anybody going out very early there through that section, but it is going to be challenging, especially as they are battling for position. We know these drivers don't like to back down, don't like to take things cautiously, so it will be a mental game here tonight. And this is the section of the track right here I'm talking about. You can see it is the second chicane on the track. 3 chicanes here total. Here, very unique track layout. It is very narrow, but it is also very fast with 2 very long straights here. A lot of long sweeping curves with a mix of those 3 chicanes with heavy braking zones. It is a doozy here, but hopefully it will produce some great racing here tonight. And that is what we are looking for here, round 11 of the Core Premier Series. They are just now rounding out the second half of the track here, so the pace car is going to pull off and we will get started here this time by here as they round through the final corner.
Green, green, green.
And the green flag is out. We're underway here, round 11 in our Core Premier Series. It looks like Nickerson there on the outside in that number 2 car. He's going to get out to an early jump. Handwork, though, doing a great job there, moving up into second. Oh, we've got trouble on further back. Looks like that's going to be Adam Jones there. He's actually stuck in the 64 there of Chris Hamilton. And we already have disaster back in the field there, taking 2 very fast drivers out. Looks like Nick Nickerson also has been off the track here, and it is mayhem. So our race leader is off, and Carl Handwork there, you can see with a little bit of damage on the front spoiler there, as he's now going to be under challenge here from Mason Smith for the race lead. Wow, oh wow, what a crazy start to the race here as Mason Smith makes a dive up there. Oh, he goes off track there, and that's going to allow Hamilton on back by and retain the race lead. You can see Jimmy Covert there, not too far back there in third, chasing these guys down as well. Go back here and check on Nick Nickerson there as he's behind the 77 of Paul Butler. Nickerson went off track by himself, and I do want to go back and get another look at that on the replay as soon as we get a moment here, but we don't want to miss the action here as it looks like we've got a driver sort of slow on the track there. It looks like Brandon Metler's going to make it by here. He's moving up into 7th. See, he's going to battle John Crane here for 6th. As you can see, Metler there in the blue and black car going to take the inside. And they're going to be 2 wide here as they go through turn 2. Fast right-hander there. Very wide section of the track here, but it's going to narrow out very quickly here. It looks like Metler's going to move up into 6th. Nickerson there is coming quickly here as he's going to try to make his way up through the field and regain all those positions he lost. So Nickerson's going to move up into 6th. And real quick, we're going to go back and take a look at what happened. Let's go back just a little further here. We saw Nickerson leading as he went down into turn 2 there, just lost the rear of the car. Now let's see what happened to Adam Jones there. Oh, it looked like Hamilton spun right in front of him there on the opening lap. And that's what caused that chain reaction to go off here. But now we've got a great battle still for our race lead here. Hamilton is currently holding off Mason Smith there. But you can see just a little damage to the front spoiler there. The front wing of Carl Handwork's car there. I don't know how much that's going to affect him here with the downforce, as they do round their way out through the track here. 0.2 of a second separates number 1 and 2. Jimmy Covert there in 3rd is hanging with them nicely here, not falling off too bad. So let's ride on board Mason Smith here as he looks to challenge Carl Handwork for the race lead. here as they head down toward a heavy braking point into a chicane here. Right on board Mason Smith here as Carl Handwerk does move back out in front here. They approach the second chicane on the track here. This is turn 7. Very tricky section of the track here. Going to want to watch this section all night long. Very bumpy through there. Very unpredictable on how the car will react. Looks like Carl Handwerk there a little bit quicker through that section of the track here, but Mason Smith is still well within the draft here as they head through turn 2. About 5 minutes complete here in our 60-minute feature race. Head down toward turn 5 here, the first chicane on the track. You can just see how the curbs upset the car here on these Pro Mazdas. They do not like the bumps. As you can see, Carl Handwerk made it through very cleanly there. Mason Smith having a little trouble as they head through the second chicane there, turn 7. Looks like Handwerk's going to extend his lead out to about 0.8 of a second here, so a little quicker through the first couple sectors here. But we'll see how Mason Smith fares on the second half of the track here. Turn 9, slowest turn on the track here. Turn 10, wide open now all the way down to the final chicane, turn 11, before they make their way down the front stretch and across the start-finish line here. Mason Smith late on the brakes there, throws it in there. Doesn't look like he's going to get a great exit, so we see Handwerk actually going to pull out to over a second lead here as they cross the line. Let's go back here and check on the 199 of John Crane. He's currently battling Dave Lohr for that 10th place. As you can see now, well within striking distance here, 0.4 of a second back. We'll see if he can get a good draft down the front stretch here as they head down into turn 1. Real quick here, we're going to have to go to Nick Nickerson as he is battling Kevin Foster here for that 4th place position here down within, and actually Foster's going to move over there and let Nickerson by. So Nickerson's going to move up into 4th. And Mason Smith has now caught up right back to the back of Carl Handwerk, our race leader there, now under half a second gap. And you can actually see both drivers have the same damage there on the front wing, that front right section there, and I can tell you from experience there, they have taken a curb just a little too hard there, and it will damage the front spoiler. As you can see there, it flares up on the front right, and that will impact the amount of front downforce they have here tonight. See both drivers there very cautious through turn 7, that tricky section of the track there through that chicane with the bumps. And it looks like Mason Smith here has picked up a bit of pace here as he is now right on the back there of Handwerk. Going to try to possibly force him into a mistake here. Handwork has to remain cool and calm here as we are only 8.5 minutes into our 60-minute race here this evening. But this is your closest to on the track, as you see on the timing board there. Drivers starting to get spread out here. One thing we haven't mentioned tonight, 25% fuel is what these cars started with here, the maximum amount of fuel they can take. So normally on a full fuel tank here, these Pro Mazdas can go well over an hour, but with only 25% fuel, we do expect them to have to make at least one, if not two, fuel pit stops here tonight just to shake things up. So drivers are going to want to be paying attention to that as well. Could see some fuel strategy here. Mr. Kevin Foster here running fifth. We have our eye on you, the man who pulls out the craziest fuel strategies we've seen so far here, currently running fifth. We'll keep our eye on him. But I have to say, one surprise here, Adam Jones, after being involved in that first lap incident, currently in 12th, as he did come down pit road. It looks like he did repair his damage there, and that's why he's currently back in as he now just goes around Dave Lohr there, moves up into 11th. But Adam Jones is someone we normally see running up front here, involved in that early incident and currently in the back of the field. We'll see what he can do here. Maybe he can adjust his strategy here tonight, as he did come down pit road on lap 1. Maybe he can play a little fuel strategy here and possibly get a top 5 here this evening. We'll have to see what he can do, as he's currently chasing down the 199 there of John Crane for 10th. And we have a battle for the race lead here as Mason Smith looks to the outside there of Carl Handwerk. Not going to be the quickest way around through this section of the track here, but he is nonetheless looking to make a move here, putting the pressure on Carl Handwerk. And just pulling up the last 5 laps there, looks like Smith there quicker on the last 3 laps around the track, about 0.3 of a second there on lap 5 and 6, 1/10 of a second there on lap 7, the previous lap. So Mason Smith there starting to pick up some speed, and just looking at the timing board, it looks like we have possibly lost Smith here, as it looks like he was having some internet connections issues, and yes, we're showing him not on the track now currently, so looks like he may have lost internet there. Unfortunate, as he was running second there right behind our race leader. So now Carl Handwerk can fortunately here breathe a sigh of relief here, as he now has a 5.5 second gap back to our second place driver here, Jimmy Covert. But now Jimmy Covert here under pressure from Nick Nickerson here in that number 2 car, as Nickerson looks to make his way back up through the field after being involved in that lap 1 incident where he went off track, went all the way back to about 10th, I believe, as he now tries to salvage here. Oh, we see Covert there get a little bit loose there through turn 7. That's the section of the track there I've been telling you to pay attention to here, as Nickerson is going to make it by there and up into second. And we'll see just how quickly here, if he can run down our race leaders. It looks like Handwerk's backed off a little bit, as you see that gap is now 4.8 seconds. So Handwerk may be thinking about fuel strategy here, now that he's not in an immediate battle for the lead. Checking on the 77 here, Paul Butler. You see he's got a little bit of front wing damage there, but he is currently chasing down Tim Thompson for that 7th place position. Under 1 second is the gap here, as Butler looks to be setting some decent laps even with that damage. Oh, and we've got a car off track there. That looks like it's going to be not Adam Jones. Might be John Nobinger there. Doesn't look like it was John Nobinger. Sorry, we're just trying to go back. That was actually Brandon Metler there who went off track. Let's go back and take a look at that. That's going to be down into turn 1. And that's where we saw the incident on lap 1 there. Looks like he's just going to lose the rear of the car. Now Butler is within half a second here of Thompson for 6th, and we can expect here with this kind of pace difference, Butler's going to be looking to make a move here within the next 1 to 2 laps. And just keeping an eye there on the timing board, looks like Nick Nickerson now has taken a second out of the gap there to our race leader Handwork, as it's now down to 3.6 seconds. So Nickerson is laying down some fast laps here this evening. Oh, and it looks like we've got a car off track here. It looks like it's going to be John Crane here in the 199 with heavy rear wing damage there, and just going to lose the car here coming out of the chicane. He does get it spun back around though and continues on. As we head back to this battle here for 6, Paul Butler looking to take away the position from Tim Thompson here, now within 2.5 tenths here. Check back in here on our race leaders. That gap is now down to 2.7 seconds. So Nick Nickerson here taking a huge gap out of the gap to the race leader there. As you can see, as he is now within striking distance here as they make their way around a lap car here. And Nickerson looks like that time by was over a second quicker that lap. You can see the race leader just up ahead there within 2 seconds there. As we actually saw a mistake out of John Crane there. He went off the track as he was being lapped. Gap is now down to 1.8 seconds here. And we have a great battle here heating up for 5th as Tim Thompson is caught up to the back here of Dane Simpson, and also Paul Butler bringing him along with him, as all 3 of these drivers here very close on the track, and a great battle here heating up for that 5th place position. We are going to have to head back up front here, though, as Nick Nickerson now within 7/10 of a second here to our race leader, Carl Handwerk. And now under half a second there, as he has found a ton of speed here through this section of the track. We'll ride on board here and see where he chooses to make his move, as he is now right up to the back bumper, down through the draft here. Handwerk going to block the inside, heading down into the chicane here. And Nickerson will have to regroup behind him here. Gets a great exit, though. Going to go to the outside here. We'll see if he can hang. And he is going to have to go behind him here through this next chicane. And passing here, not as easy as it may seem. Even with all of the braking zones here, it is a very narrow track, and the straights are not very long. As you can see here, 2 opportunities Nick Nickerson has tried to force and hasn't been successful there. We'll add a 3rd to that list. Runs a little bit wide there out of the final corner, so doesn't get the exit he needs down into turn 1. Here they go. Very quick section of the track right here. Next is going to be the right-hander of turn 2. It is possible he could get a good exit here out of turn 3, wide open around here, and maybe make a move down into turn 4, but it looks like Handwerk going to play defensive there, block the inside. Next best opportunity is going to be the braking zone down into the first chicane here, turn 5. But again, Handwerk playing the defense perfectly here tonight, blocking that inside line. Oh, and we see a mistake there out of Handwerk as he gets loose on the exit of the corner and has to get out of the throttle. So that's going to allow Nickerson on into the race lead. So Handwerk will move back there into 2nd. Meanwhile, Adam Jones trying to make his way up through the field here as he looks to get by Dane Simpson here. That's going to be for 5th. And Adam Jones is going to complete the pass there. It looks like the 64 there of Christopher Hamilton right behind him, looking to follow his way through. And those are the 2 we saw make contact there on the opening lap, which put them further back in the field here. Hamilton going to take a look up the inside there, very late on the brakes, aggressive move, but he makes it work. As Hamilton's going to move up into that 6th place position now. But just looking at the times here, Handwerk is hanging with Nick Nickerson here. And we saw Nickerson run him down from over 5 seconds back here, but Handwerk is now holding on and not letting him out of sight. So I do have to wonder there, Handwerk may have been saving fuel this entire time, whereas Nickerson has not been. Oh, we see Handwerk there with another mistake, losing the rear of the car. We are about 6.5 minutes away from the halfway point here tonight's 60-minute timed race. Oh, and Handwerk with another mistake there, running wide out of the final corner. Here we see Christopher Hamilton still hanging on to the rear there of Adam Jones. This is going to be your battle for fourth. Ooh, and looks like Thaddeus Marshall here has had an accident. Let's go back and check the instant replay here as you're looking at the 89 car there. Ooh, looks like he just locks the rear brakes up there on entry into the chicane there, loops it around. But he is able to keep it out of the wall and out of another driver there and does get it turned back around and facing the right way there. Oh, and we've got Nick Nickerson there, a race leader, coming down pit road only 25 minutes into the race here. And that is what we were talking about, as Carl Handwerk is able to stay out. Can Handwerk make it to the halfway point here and pull off a fuel strategy win here tonight? That's going to be the question, as Nick Nickerson coming down pit road early here. Looks like he's going to have to make it a two-stop race unless he can pull out a miracle here on the fuel saving. Jimmy Covert's going to stay out as well, so Jimmy Covert moves up into second, but he's some 24.5 seconds off of our race leader. Oh no, and Nick Nickerson here has spun out heading out of pit road. And you can see here, this looks like an Austin Powers movie there, as he completes about a 10-point turn there to get that car face the right direction there on that very narrow pit exit. But just an unfortunate mistake there out of the number 2, Nick Nickerson here, who is struggling there. It looks like he took tires on the pit stop, and looks like the cold tires just took him by surprise there, as he's going to rejoin the track here in 5th. Looks like Carl Handwerk here is also going to head down pit road. We'll check the replay here. And yes, he does head down pit road this time, so he wasn't able to make it to the halfway point here tonight, and Covert's going to follow him down pit road. So that's going to leave Adam Jones here, who came down pit road on lap 1. He's now going to come down pit road here for his second stop. Looks like Chris Hamilton here is going to stay out one more time, so he may move up into the race lead here. Actually, Carl Handwerk does get out in front of Hamilton here. Now Nick Nickerson here, currently in 3rd, has his work cut out for him yet again, as he has a huge gap to make up. Just about 9 seconds to our second place driver there, Chris Hamilton, and then another 9 seconds to the race leader, Carl Handwerk. So Carl here, barring no mistakes, could have the race win secured here. As Nick Nickerson takes too much curb there, and you can see a little bit of damage there on that front wing, like we've seen quite a few cars have tonight. And let's go back and check the replay here. We're showing Dane Simpson possibly involved in something, and it could have just been him coming down pit road. No, he is actually going to lose the rear of the car there in the final corner. He does get it spun back around. And Hamilton now going to come down pit road this time. So our second place driver there who pitted on lap 1 after being involved in an incident, going to come down pit road this time. So that's going to move Nick Nickerson here back up into second, but you can see the gap there. 18 seconds separating him from race leader Carl Handwerk. And looks like Carl Handwerk here has his hands full with lap traffic. So now it looks like every driver here has been down pit road. Yes, every driver has been down pit road, so no one left to make their green flag pit stop here. No one was able to stretch it out to the halfway point, so we could see a two-stop strategy from every driver here tonight. And looks like John Crane might have been involved in something here. We'll go back and check the replay. The 199 car there rounding the final corner, where we've seen a lot of people struggle there, and no different for him there as he loses the rear of the car. Just now 30 minutes complete here in our 60-minute feature race here, so we're halfway through the race this evening. And still a lot of racing left here as we're riding on board Christopher Hamilton here, currently sitting 6th. He's looking to chase down Adam Jones there in 5th. He's got about a 2-second gap and currently working his way through lap traffic here. Out front here, Carl Handwerk, the gap is now down to about 14.9 seconds here. Let's check the lap times, and you can see Nickerson there. Those last 2 laps was a little over 1 second, 1.3 seconds to be exact, quicker there than Carl Handwerk. So Handwerk definitely being cautious here as he has a huge lead here currently, but he cannot get too complacent here with about 28 minutes left of racing here and a 1.3 second speed difference here tonight. Nickerson will be catching up to him pretty quickly here, so Handwerk could be potentially trying to stretch that fuel out to the end, but I just don't see how that's possible if they can only make it to the 25-minute mark. So I think Handwerk here may be a little too cautious here. As you can see, 2 seconds slower that lap. So Nickerson here definitely catching up quickly. So I wouldn't rule this out here tonight with about 26 minutes remaining. See, the gap is now down to about 11.3 seconds, so it looks like Nickerson was about a second quicker that lap again as he continues to chase down our race leader, Carl Hamwork. Now we're going to have to go back to the replay here. It looks like Dave Lohr has been off track here. Let's see what happens here to that number 17 machine here. Heading through that tricky turn 7 chicane, the second chicane on the track there. We see him just lose the rear of the car over the bumps, and he is able to get it going there. And Nick Nickerson there setting the fastest lap of the race with a 1:25.8, so he is coming, and he's coming quickly there for Carl Hamwork. Let's check the comparison here on the lap times. You can see all 5 previous laps there, Nickerson has been quicker. And that last lap alone there, 1.4 seconds quicker here as he continues to chip away at that gap. And we have about 23 minutes remaining here in the race. Ooh, looks like Covert here is gonna head down pit road again. This will be his second pit stop here of the evening. And that's going to allow Kevin Foster here up into 3rd, with Adam Jones there moving up to 4th. Oop, gonna go back to the replay here. Looks like Brandon Metler, who's currently running in 11th, had a bit of an issue here. And that is down through turn 1 there, just taking too much speed through the corner there, gonna lose the rear of the car. It looks like we've had another driver here with a bit of an issue. Looks like it's going to be the 14 there of Jimmy Covert. Let's see what happened to him here. Down through turn 7, that second chicane again. We've got another victim there. And looks like it's going to be Covert there losing the rear of the car through that chicane. That does allow Paul Butler by. And Jimmy Covert there going to move back to 7th. We see Adam Jones here now up to the back of Kevin Foster. This is going to be for 3rd, that final podium position here as we head into the second half of the race this evening. About 21 minutes remaining. We see Adam Jones there going to complete the pass and move up into 3rd. So that's going to move Kevin Foster back there to 4th. But Foster here is going to be under pressure momentarily from Chris Hamilton, who is coming very quickly there. The gap is now down to about 1.2 seconds and dropping there, as you can see Hamilton just enter the picture. Kevin Foster there is actually going to head down pit road here for his second stop of the evening. So that is going to allow Hamilton here buying up into fourth. So Hamilton and Jones pitted on lap 18 and 19. So they still have one more pit stop ahead of them here this evening. They won't be able to make it on fuel. And we see Jimmy Covert here in that number 14 there, currently chasing down Paul Butler. Ooh, and actually looks like Jones here has had a mistake, and Hamilton's going to move by here and up into third. Let's go back and check the replay and see what happened here. Actually just looks like Hamilton got a good exit there on the chicane. Jones did not, and that is gonna allow Hamilton there by up into third. Meanwhile, looks like Nickerson here is gonna head down pit road here for his second stop tonight. And we see Nickerson there does rejoin the track here in second, about 46 seconds behind Handwork here, as Handwork's going to head down pit road this time. So Handwork here reacting to Nick Nickerson there coming down pit road the previous lap. The gap was about 8 seconds before Nickerson came down pit road. We'll see what it is here once Nickerson comes around the track here and Handwork exits pit road. Adam Jones here still battling it out with Chris Hamilton here for third. That final podium position here is Jones going to take a look up the inside. It's going to be a drag race here out of the corner. Looks like they're going to be too wide there, but Hamilton going to edge forward. But Jones is going to fight back here under braking, not able to make the move there. So we see Handwork here just now coming out on track there. We see Nick Nickerson just now coming through this corner here. So about 5.5 seconds there separate those two. So it looks like Nickerson, by pitting one lap earlier there, gained about 3 seconds on our race leader Handwork. And now they approach the final 15 minutes of the race here. What kind of pace can Nickerson lay down here tonight to chip away at that gap, and what kind of pace does Handwork have left in that car? Has he been cautious most of the night here with those big leads? Time will tell here. Right on board Adam Jones here as he continues to battle it out here with Chris Hamilton for that third place final podium position. As you can see, great exit there out of that corner. And now going to be right on the back of him here. Going to take a look up the inside. Looks like he's going to have the preferred line there. He is going to get the pass completed. So Jones going to move back up into third. But we can expect Hamilton to not yield here tonight as they are battling it out here, swapping positions. We see second place driver here, Nick Nickerson, continue to chip away at that gap. It's now down to about 3.8 seconds here to race leader Carl Handwerk. As Handwerk rounds the final corner there, comes across the start-finish line with about 13 minutes left in the race this evening. Checking the lap time comparison, that lap there looks like Nickerson was about 1 second quicker. Now you can see here as we ride on board second place Nick Nickerson, he can see the race leader there in his sights just up ahead, and you have to wonder that's going to make him push just a little bit harder here as we enter the final 10 minutes of the race here. 3-second gap, and I believe Nick Nickerson here is going to be able to get up to the back of Handwerk here before this is said and done. Now the question is going to be, can he complete the pass? We saw in the first half of the race there when Nickerson did finally catch up to Handwerk. Handwerk played defensive there for multiple laps and was able to hang on to the race lead until he made a mistake, and I think that's going to be the key here tonight. Can Nickerson force Handwerk into a mistake? Can he put the pressure on? There's a lot of chances here on the track here through these multiple chicanes, over the curbs, over the bumps, that you can make a mistake here, just taking a little bit too much speed through the corner, getting on the throttle just a little bit too soon. A lot can happen here, a lot the drivers have to focus on here tonight. See the gap now down to 2.5 seconds here and dropping considerably. That lap there, another 1.1 seconds quicker for Nickerson there as he continues to chip away at the gap here. It's now under 2 seconds. Through those last couple turns alone, Nickerson making up half a second there. He looks like he's on rails here, just sliding the car through these chicanes here. He is leaving nothing on the table here as we enter the final 10 minutes of the race. That time by Nickerson laying down yet again the fastest lap of the race with a 1:25.8. That's compared to Handwerk's 1:27.3. So Nickerson here is flying. Now he's within the draft here on these straights of Carl Handwerk. He's under 1 second here is the gap. And you can just see the speed difference through that corner alone. He makes up over 0.3 of a second. Great exit there out of that chicane. He's now going to be in the draft here down through the long straight here of turn 6 into turn 7. The second chicane here. Has to be careful there not to overdrive the car. Wide open here through turn 10 as they'll head down toward the final turn of the track here. The last chicane, turn 11. Getting a good exit out of here is critical. Down the front straight is a passing opportunity down into turn 1. Nickerson getting a great exit there here as he's going to be in the draft. Handwerk is going to block that bottom side. As we see Nickerson here going to look to the outside, not able to hang out there, as it's not the preferred line, but now heading down into turn 2. We see handwork there, yet defensive again, blocking the inside through turn 3. Here we come up on turn 4, a quick right-hander. Handwork doing a great job there, getting a great exit as we are approaching 8 minutes left here in the race this evening. It's like handwork gets a better exit there through the final corner. He's not going to have to worry about Nickerson here as they head down into turn 1. So again, like we saw in the first half of the race here, Nickerson able to catch up to the back of handwork here, but just really struggled to make a move here. He has to force handwork into a mistake, but only 7 minutes remain here. Nickerson may have to get aggressive here and make a move he normally wouldn't need to make. But this is for the race win here tonight. You see lap traffic up ahead could play a factor, but no, that lap traffic there spins off track. This is going to be John Crane there in the 199. They head down into the final corner here. We'll see if Nickerson can get a good exit here and get a draft down the front straight. Looks like they're going to be pretty equal there, so Nickerson not going to be able to make a move down into turn 1. Hang it out wide here through turn 10, try to get a good exit, which he does, but it looks like handwork's going to have the preferred line here down through turn 4. They're going to be side by side as they come through there, and Nickerson is going to make the pass there. He does move up into the race lead. I don't think handwork is done quite yet though. We'll see if he can hang with him here with that kind of pace Nickerson had. About 5 minutes remaining here in the race. Can handwork hang on to the back of Nickerson here? Oh no, handwork gonna make a mistake there. Lose the rear of the car through that chicane, turn 7. And I believe that's gonna do it there, barring no mistake out of our race leader, Nickerson. As you can see, the gap is now down, or sorry, up to 1.7 seconds. So handwork again making another mistake there. It looks like he gave it all he had there. Just really abusing the tires and now paying the price for that. Oh, looks like Tim Thompson may have been involved in an incident here rounding the final corner. Oh, looks like he just gets a rear tire there off the track around the final corner, spins it around. He does keep it out of the wall and out of the way there. So good job by him. He does get it around and going again. Race leader here, Nick Nickerson, has stretched out his lead to 4.8 seconds now after making it around Carl Handwerk just the lap prior. So Nickerson here running away with it here tonight with only 3 minutes remaining. And what a drive we saw out of that number 2 driver. Had to overcome a lot of adversity here tonight after being involved in a lap 1 incident, being involved in a self-spin there during the first round of green flag pit stops, and overcoming all of that here tonight just on raw pace, able to run down the race leader and make that move there within the final 10 minutes, and now could net him a victory here tonight. If he can hang on to it for the next 2.5 minutes here, Nickerson will be victorious tonight. Adam Jones here doing a great job here as well, as he was one of the drivers that had to overcome some adversity here tonight as well. He has worked his way back up into 3rd, that final podium position here tonight, after being involved with 4th place driver here, Chris Hamilton, on a lap 1 incident. Hamilton currently running 4th, about 10.8 seconds back from 3rd place Adam Jones. Kevin Foster here doing a great job in 6th. He's currently chasing down Jimmy Covert right up ahead of him there in that number 14 car. 1.2 seconds separate those 2 drivers. And it looks like Foster could be putting the pressure on Covert here for 5th here as we round the final 2 minutes here of the 60-minute feature race here in the Core Premier Series. Ooh, you can see right up ahead here of Foster, Covert struggling to make it by the lap traffic there. And that's going to make the gap go down to 0.7 of a second here as we're going to round the final corner and take the white flag here. Meanwhile, out front here, Nick Nickerson is about 10.5 seconds up on 2nd place Carl Handwerk. So continuing to stretch out that gap there back to 2nd. Let's go check in here on Thaddeus Marshall. This is your battle for 9th. As you can see, he's trying to make it around Tim Thompson there in 9th. Looks like Marshall there struggling with a little bit of damage on both his front wing and his rear wing here tonight. But Nick Nickerson going to round the final corner here on the final lap. He is going to take home the race win here this evening, round 11 of the Core Premier Series. Well-deserved victory there from that driver. Carl Handwerk here going to cross the line in 2nd. great effort from him here tonight. Strong finish, just not able to hold off the pace there of Nick Nickerson. We're checking in on Foster here as he is now right up to the back bumper there, the 14 of Covert. Wants to take a look down the inside there, not able to make it happen. And now he's going to look to the outside here. He's going to have the preferred line going through the next corner there. Oh, they come close to touching. They do stay out of each other, though, as it does compromise Covert's exit there, but Foster as well, as these two are going to battle it out here on this final lap. This is for fifth. Ooh, and we're going to see Covert run wide there. That's going to allow Foster by into fifth. So it looks like that pressure made Covert there, forced him into a mistake as they head through the final corner now. Looks like Foster here is going to come across the line and take fifth here tonight, with Covert finishing sixth. Chris Hamilton doing a great job here, finishing in fourth this evening. All right, looks like we have the official results here this evening, and looks like Nick Nickerson there coming across the line there, victorious here in round 11 of the Core Premier Series. Carl Hanwork's going to take second this evening. Adam Jones finishing third there in that final podium position. Christopher Hamilton in fourth. Kevin Foster finishing fifth. Jimmy Covert finishing sixth. Paul Butler in seventh. Dane Simpson in eighth. Thaddeus Marshall in ninth. Tim Thompson in 10th, Brandon Metler finishing 11th, Dave Lohr 12th, John Crane 13th, John Nobinger 14th, Mason Smith 15th, Jeremy Lyon Watkins in 16th, Mark Gonzalez there finishing 17th tonight. Now we'll try to get a word here with as many drivers as we can here, top three, in just a moment. All right, looks like we've got third place driver here up in the booth with us. We have Adam Jones this evening. Hey, Adam, it's Kevin up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Kevin?
Hey, doing well. Congratulations on the third place finish here tonight. Another podium for you here this evening. Looked like you had to overcome a little bit of adversity here tonight. Being involved in that lap one incident set you back pretty far in the field, and had to work your way up all night long to make up positions there. What happened there on the opening lap? Looks like Christopher Hamilton just lost the rear of the car, as far as we could tell, right in front of you. And it actually looked like he kind of got hung there on his rear tire. It took a while to separate.
Yeah, we were stuck together, and I don't know. I got lucky. The car was crap after that, and I had to go in and take a fast repair. But it all worked out in the end, I guess. I guess we were lucky that it happened on the first lap. Had plenty of time to recover.
And recover you did there. We saw you work your way up into that final podium position there after laying down some very quick laps all night long. We saw a little battle there out of you and Chris Hamilton. You got the better of him there. Looked like you two swapped positions there on a couple laps, but you came out ahead there and pulled away, but finishing third tonight. Nothing to be shy about. Great finish there. Good points night for you as well. But hey, man, while you're here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just you guys for doing such a good broadcast, man. It's really, really enjoyable to watch, and you do a great job, man. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on that third place finish here. Checking the schedule, I believe we have a unique one next week. Yes, we do head to some dirt track racing. We've got the dirt street stocks at Volusia. So how do you feel about that?
Well, Volusia would be a great place to put a nice paved oval. That's what I think of Volusia. So yeah, don't expect much out of me on dirt. But
I gotcha. Well, it should be exciting there. Nonetheless, those dirt street stocks are tough to tame and tame fast there. So could see a new first time winner next week. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's sure. Watch Thad. Thaddeus Marshall. He's going to be good. He'd be tough to beat there.
Gotcha. Well, again, congratulations on that third place finish. And hey, hopefully we'll be talking to you next week as well.
Okay, man. I appreciate it, Kevin.
All right, that's going to do it there for third place driver Adam Jones. Now let's get a word with our second place finisher here this evening. We have Carl Handwork in the booth. Hey, Carl, it's Kevin. You got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Hey, man, congratulations on the second place finish tonight. I don't think it's where you wanted to finish here, as you had the lead for the majority of the race tonight, but just couldn't quite hold off that very quick Nick Nickerson there. He was laying down some quick laps with the pace he had here this evening. And I applaud you for holding him off as long as you did there. But got to ask you there, was it just raw pace that Nick had, or did you have a little bit of damage? We noticed on the front wing of your car, it looked a little damaged, like you took a little too much curb there. Did that affect the car?
No, I didn't feel any damage myself. I mean, I easily could have beat Nick. I just needed him to make one more mistake. No, I mean, he went off track on the first lap. He went in there and took tires in the pit stop where he didn't need to, so he couldn't put himself behind the 8-ball anymore than he did. And I got about 6 laps of practice on this combination before tonight. Well, actually tonight. So I wasn't expecting much. I would have been absolutely happy with a podium. It seemed like that's where I was kind of looking at, especially after qualifying. So, one spot up, I guess it is, even though with all the laps led, I'll take it.
Absolutely. Well, it is a good points night for you here this evening, as you came into this round 11 in the points lead with a hefty margin there over second place Kevin Foster. So it looks like you're going to extend that points lead much further here this evening. So just got to ask, next week, a unique round. We're going to head to Volusia there in the dirt street stocks, and that's really going to be the first dirt track of the season, even though we took the Pro 2 lights to Bristol Dirt. But this will be the official oval dirt car track combination here. So I got to ask, how do you feel heading into round 12?
I mean, I have a win already on the season, so I'm locked into the playoffs. So right now it's just trying to grab some more wins, and that's why I, was really trying to hold Mason back, and then really trying to hold Nick back, because I really got nothing to lose at this point. The points are nice, sure, but they really don't mean anything right now, because the bonus points for a win are kind of what I'm looking for right now. And Volusia, I like dirt. I like dirt racing. With the street stocks, it's going to be a little funky, and we definitely got a couple dirt ringers in here that I'm going to need some Nick Nickerson mistakes from. This, I think you'll see some different guys up front come next week. So hopefully I can mix it up with them and maybe sneak another win out of it.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it. Well, again, congratulations on the second place finish here this evening. Great run from you. And while you're here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yep. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Tim Thompson, first of all. He's the one who sponsored this race. It was a good combination. We ran Zolder in the GT3 series, and I'm glad this was already locked in on the schedule for Premier, because it's a fun road course. Thank you guys, So Tired Broadcasting, all the guys in core, all the racers, Wood Nickel Woodworking, Joka Graphics, Raise Energy. Thank everybody that helps us out on a weekly basis. It never gets old of me saying it. It's a blast every week with these guys.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the second place finish here this evening, and hopefully we'll be talking to you next week as well.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right, that's going to do it there for a second place driver, Carl Handwork. Now let's get a word with the race winner, the man of the evening. We've got Nick Nickerson up here in the broadcast booth with us. Hey, Nick, you got a copy?
Yeah, man. How's it going, man?
Hey, doing well, but I think you're doing even better here this evening with an incredible performance out of you. Had to overcome a lot of adversity here tonight, being involved in lap 1 incident, being involved in another incident there, coming off a pit road, overcoming all of that with just pure raw pace here tonight, able to run down Carl Handwork make it by and take the race win. So first of all, got to ask, how did you do it? You just had the raw pace here tonight, setting fastest laps, lap after lap after lap.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened that first lap. I think I might have went down gear too far and just lost control of it. Spawning out into the dirt and made my way back up. And then, yeah, coming out of the pits, I just Austin powered it and the in between the walls. And I don't know how much time I lost there, but I was about 20 seconds behind Carl at that point. And yeah, I was just clicking off qualifying laps as quick as I can to see where I would end up. I wasn't quite expecting to be that fast, but it's a tricky track, so maybe I was just able to figure out certain lines to be able to stay in like the 126, 125 range, pretty much the whole race. Yeah, man, it's kind of my wheelhouse, so I'm fortunate that I was able to walk away with the win after all those stupid mistakes I made.
Absolutely. So got to ask here tonight, it looked like a very difficult track to make passes on. Just didn't look like the straights were long enough. Really, the braking points down into the chicane. We saw Carl handwork play defensive, and he played defensive well there. Multiple laps, just, choosing the right line to block there. But, just got to ask, two, sort of equal speed cars here. How difficult is it really to pass?
It's actually not too terrible just because you get such a good draft. It's just timing it right. Obviously you can't pass going into any of the chicanes because they're just too narrow to go too wide. So the last time when I was trying to pass Carl, I had a couple ideas that I was gonna try, and I was coming up to like my main idea coming. Like it seemed like a lot of people were braking going into that. Let's see, it would be turn 1, 3, maybe 3 going onto the backstretch before the first chicane. And I can go through it without braking. So I was going to like kind of lead back a little bit and see if I can get just a good jump going into the chicane. But I was able to get on his outside and kind of just ring around the outside. And that was pretty much it at that point. Other than that, it's pretty difficult, but it's definitely doable if you kind of methodically work it.
Gotcha. And well, you did methodically work it here tonight, coming away with the race win with an incredible performance, incredible drive there tonight. So, hey, while you're here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, man, everybody that participates in this league, and Carl for putting this show on. He had a good run too. It's always fun to have little battles here and there. And yeah, I gotta thank you for the broadcast, man. You do an awesome job.
Absolutely. Well, I got to ask before we let you go, a little bit of a different week next week. Dirt Street Stocks at Volusia. So got to ask, how are your dirt oval skills?
Oh, it's pretty good, but them dirt street stocks, they can be a handful. I always say that I think I'm going to do good in dirt and then end up something happens, but it's going to be a lot of close quarters racing. So, and once somebody tags your rear ends on like that left rear quarter panel, there's no saving it. So it's going to be a fun show, that's for sure. Let's see what happens.
Absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the race victory here tonight. Well deserved. And hopefully we'll be talking to you in Victory Lane again next week.
Appreciate it, man. Take care.
All right. That's going to do it for our race winner here tonight. Nick Nickerson taking home the victory. And that's also going to complete round 11 here in the Core Premier Series. Season 6 here is under wraps as we head into round 12 next week. Dirt Street Stocks at Volusia next Sunday. Going to want to tune in there 9:30 p.m. Eastern as well. And if you can, catch us tomorrow night for the Core GT3 Series. Same time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a fun show. We're going to be racing around Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. And I can tell you the points battle is very tight as we head into the final 2 rounds of the GT3 Series. But that's going to conclude round 11 here of the Premier Series tonight. Thank you all for tuning in at Soak Tires Broadcasting. And, of course, we always hope to have you back for the next round.
my back, lone survivor.